Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Charles in Charge Cowboy Sports Report. It is Thursday, December 15th, about 8 p.m. Central Time, my time. um, Only 3 days away from our game at Jacksonville. If you're watching this video and you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I implore you and ask you to please do. My first goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. Therefore, I can start doing live shows. And like I say, when I'm able to do live shows, they will be live. You will be entertained. I'm still new in this game. I'm just gaining traction, but help me, DC Nation, get to that 1,000 subscriber mark, 4,000 watch hour mark, so I can do live shows, have a call in line. Some episodes have a Zoom in line, so y'all can call in, agree with me, disagree with me, or we could just chop it up about a passion that we share, the star. So, we're going to Jacksonville Sunday. Y'all know we haven't been in Jacksonville since '06. Week 1, '06. I remember that game. We lost. That was year 2 under Drew Bledsoe. Bill Parcells last year as head coach. We had an away game versus Jacksonville in 2015, but that was in London. So we haven't actually been in Florida to play them in a regular season game since '06. That was a long time ago. Man, it's kind of crazy. Time flies. But I like what we're doing right now. We're getting aggressive. We signed T.Y. Hilton because he is ready to contribute right now. He is in game shape. Probably will see him on the field Sunday versus Jacksonville. Most likely on the pitch count as he is learning the offense. But he gives Dak a great third option. Noah Brown's been a good third option. The tight ends have been. Jake Ferguson probably will miss this game with a concussion. But T.Y. Hilton, I mean, if we had the choice between OBJ or T.Y. Hilton, of course we'd take Beckham, but he's not ready to play this season, and he's not even certain that he'll be ready to play at the beginning of next season. I mean, he's got 2 tears on the same knee. Second time. It's not the first time, it's the second time on the same knee. So if he's not ready to contribute this year, there's no point in signing him at the moment. T.Y. Hilton, savvy veteran, who ran a 4.3 when he came into the NFL. I don't think he runs a 4.3 now, but he's still got speed. Great feet, great route runner, great pickup. And we sign Anthony Rush, defensive tackle. He's got a lot of coaches have said untapped potential. Man is 350, 360, big guy. 6'4", 6'5", 350, 360. A guy that can clog the middle. And Dan Quinn, if he is good at doing anything, he is good at tapping the untapped potential of certain players, a la J-Ron Curse, Malik Hooker, Dorrance Armstrong. Hell, we had Dorrance on this team for a good amount of years, and we were wondering why he was taking up a roster spot. And then Dan Quinn comes into town. Last year, Dorrance had a decent season, and this year he's really exploded. Last year, J-Ron Curse was a nobody, became a somebody, and Malik Hooker was kind of a bust, and now he's playing good ball. So, Rush, big guy we're going to put in the rotation because Jonathan Hankins is on IR now, and hopefully he'll be back for the postseason. I doubt he'll be back round 1, probably round 2, if everything goes right. And we pick up Trayvon Mullens off waivers. Former second-round pick from the Raiders. Got traded to Arizona. Arizona season's over with. And if Mullens would play 10 games for him, then the draft pick they were given to the Raiders would be higher. So they just released him. They've got different plans. Trayvon Mullens was a second-round pick, 2019. 4'4" guy. He's got speed, 6'2", 200 pounds. Perfect guy on the outside. Now, I saw Law Nation say he's not a threat to Kelvin Joseph or Deshaun Wright. I think he is an immediate threat because Kelvin Joe, Nashawn Wright in the preseason we saw just get beat consistently in all 3 games. Kelvin Joseph didn't fare any better. This is Kelvin Joseph's second season under Dan Quinn. And usually players progress pretty well. Last season he was pretty much redshirted. And this year he doesn't look too good. And I guarantee you if he is our cornerback number 2 opposite Diggs, Diggs is playing well. Bland as a rookie is playing damn good for a slot corner. But if we continue on and try to make a run in the postseason with Kelvin Joseph at wide receiver 2, at cornerback 2, that's not going to work. Because if he cannot cover, if Kelvin Joseph is having trouble against no-name guys like he did against Houston and Indianapolis, how's he going to fare if we're playing Minnesota and he's got Adam Thielen one-on-one? He's going to get eaten alive. Or if they're playing San Fran and he's got Brian Ayuk one-on-one, he's going to be eaten alive. Even Christian McCaffrey could probably shake him on a route. Which I know McCaffrey's an all-around back, but he's not a wide receiver. We're being aggressive right now in adding players late season, which I haven't seen us do in a long time, which I like. I would like to see Trayvon Mullens be on the expressway to getting into the lineup. Anthony Rush, untapped potential. Dan Quinn, get the best out of this boy, man. He is big. He is big like Bohanna. Him and Bohanna hopefully can clog up that middle, him and Bohanna together, that's 700 pounds of man in the middle of that defense. If you were, to start and play right next to him on first downs, on running downs. The spread was 5.5. It went down to 4 after the close game we had against Houston and Jacksonville running over Tennessee. Jacksonville's won 3 out of the last 5. They've kind of been up and down. They beat the Raiders. And then they lose to Kansas City. They beat somebody else, and then they get stomped by Detroit 40-14. And then they beat Tennessee last week handily. Tennessee's kind of falling apart in front of our eyes. They allowed Derrick Henry to get 100 yards in the first half, shut him down in the second half. Our trap game was last week. I know Micah Parsons said what he said about Hurts not being as good as he is. It's the team and the system, blah, blah, blah. But they're not overlooking Jacksonville. I can guarantee you that. Not after the Texan game. They're not overlooking the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence is starting to look like the number 1 overall pick. The last 5 games, 10 touchdowns, no picks, 72% completion rate. Pretty sure you've heard all this. But we are the much better team. On Undisputed, they think it's going to be decided by 7 points or fewer. They think Cowboys will win. I think the Cowboys will come out and not play with their food like they had the last 2 weeks and come out and just start fast and finish strong like we know we can do. And then be ready for Philadelphia. And these late additions that we are bringing onto the team, and Tyron Smith is going to have his first snaps this week too, which I'm so happy about, because whenever he got injured in the offseason during preseason, when his hamstring just came off the bone, however they explained it, sounded really bad. A lot of us didn't think that he'd ever play again just because of his injury history. And he's not that old. He's like 31, 32 years old. It's not like he's, Jason Peters' age, Andrew Whitworth, no. But with that injury, we didn't think he'd be back this year. And him rehabbing like he has with Britt, our trainer and our medical staff, shows that he still has life in him. He wants to play ball. I wouldn't be surprised if Ty Smith plays another 2 seasons for us. And if he does, even better, because Tyler Smith can play left guard really damn good. And, right now he can play left guard better than left tackle. At left tackle, he's got 11 penalties. 3 of them were, declined. He's gotten beat on several occasions. One big one being on the Eagle game when Cooper Rush had CeeDee Lamb open for a deep touchdown to make it a 2-point game or 3-point game in the fourth quarter, to answer the score. But Brandon Graham beat Tyler Smith and hit Rush as he threw it. Therefore, it got intercepted again. And it was a 9-point game, remained a 9-point game. It could have been cut down to 2 points had that not have happened. Now, Ty Smith at left tackle, Brandon Graham doesn't make that play. Tyler Smith, the left guard, with his hulkish strength and his just natural ability, will be excellent playing at left guard. Biadash center, Zach Martin at right guard, and most likely Jason Peters at right tackle. On Chat Sports, Tom Downey showed 5 guys that were out there on the free agent list. One of them was Brian Bulaga. I didn't know that he was a free agent. Apparently, he had last time he played was 2020. He didn't play last year. I'm assuming he was rehabbing from injury. But I would bring him for a cup of coffee. Why not? He was a good right tackle for the Packers. Him and Bakhtiari were bookend tackles for a long time. But with T.Y. Hilton, defensive tackle Rush, and Trayvon Mullens, I don't think we're going to bring in another tackle. We might elevate somebody from the practice squad, Avion Collins, somebody like that. But if Jason Peters can muster up 8 more games to finish his career out, 4 more to finish his season, and 3 or 4 in the playoffs, depending on which seed we finish with, if he can muster up 7 or 8 more games, full games, good games for us at right tackle, that'll be great. Because I believe that he can play right tackle good. He won't be great, but he won't be bad either. He'll be good. I believe he'll be able to keep Prescott clean in the pocket. That's one reason why Prescott has thrown the picks that he's thrown. He's been under duress. Now with Ty Smith at left tackle, he's got better security on his blind side. Tyler Smith has done good being thrown into the fire as he was. He's done good. We couldn't have asked him to do any better. He didn't get any practice reps at left tackle in all season. It was all left guard. All preseason games, Tyler Smith was left guard. And then week 1, Tampa Bay is throwing in at left tackle. So with number 77 back on Dak's blindside spot, I think that will help out tremendously. And in the run game also. And Jason Peters can protect his right side just as well. And like I said, with him playing next to Zach Martin will make his job easier. Whenever you play next to a gold jacket Hall of Famer, dominant guy, it makes your job easier. Just like when we had Prime on our defense. He shut down one side of the field. That made Dexter Coakley, the linebacker that played on his side, it made his job easier. It just did. That's why his career stat numbers were just better than they really should have been. And he was like one of the only linebackers that Jerry Jones really gave a contract to. I don't know if y'all remember him, Dexter Coakley. Played in the early 2000s for us. Number 52, young, fast guy. But I see us going to Jacksonville, handling business like we should. Not like the last 2 weeks, but I know I said 38-10 last weekend. It was a 4-point ball game. We win this game at Jacksonville by 3 scores. I'll put a guaranteed stamp on that. I know Lawrence is playing well right now, but they're kind of up and down because, like I said, 2 weeks ago they got blown out by Detroit 40-14. And they beat up Tennessee. I forgot what the score was. Is what it is. But we will beat them by 17 or more. I can tell you that. And just hopefully no more injuries. We've been very good at overcoming adversity all season. Hell, man, I'd like to see Philly get a couple key injuries and see how they respond to that. They've been lucky and healthy all season. The only big injury they've had is Dallas Goedert out for 4 games and Jordan Davis missing a couple. That's about it. But we take care of Jacksonville. They're playing at the same time we are. Philly is. So we'll be watching our game and keeping an eye on Chicago, hopefully pulling an upset. If they don't, all right, no problem. We'll play Philly Christmas Eve at our house. We'll handle business. If we knock them off, then we've got 2 more weeks to handle our business and hope either the Saints or the Giants. The Giants will be fighting for their lives for a playoff spot and be desperate. And Brian Dable will be throwing the kitchen sink at them. And the chips will fall where they will fall. If we beat Philadelphia, we will win out. I can guarantee you that. We'll beat Jacksonville. Philly will be a good game. I think we have a good shot at beating them. I mean, hell, we almost did it in week 6 with, Rush at quarterback, Gallup barely back, Tyler Smith still fresh at left tackle. This time we're going to be fully loaded. And hopefully Trayvon Mullens or I know Mackenzie Alexander is a slot guy, but hell, he's got to be able to play outside corner better than Joseph. Or maybe Izzy Akwamu. He can play both positions. He can play safety and corner. Maybe Izzy can play outside corner for us. I don't know, but I just know Kelvin Joseph is not the answer. He's just not. I mean, I'm not hating on the guy. I would love it if he were, up and coming guy like Trayvon, especially in his second year, or even if he played like Diggs' rookie year. Right now, I would like that. I would love it, but he's just not there. He doesn't have the passion. His head for the first season wasn't even in football. It was in the rap studio, which if you're the second-round pick for America's team, why in the hell would you want to be a rap star, man? Make your money. Get that second contract. That's where the big money's at. Making it to the NFL is like 1 in a million. Come on, man. That is what it is, though. So losing Terrence Steele for the season, but getting Tyron Smith back is kind of like a wash, being that we have Jason Peters to put in at right tackle. And on that 98-yard drive, you saw Jason Peters keep Dak clean. Dak was not under pressure at all during that 98-yard drive, and he carved up that defense and made it happen. We need to run the ball against Jacksonville, give Zeke 20 carries, Pollard 15 to 18, and Dak throw the ball 20, 28 times. Same recipe for Philadelphia. But we're making late season moves. I think in the postseason, this T.Y. Hilton signing, this Rush signing, big old defensive tackle Tom Downey calls Fatty's Only Club, and Trayvon Mullens signing, I think they're going to be big come postseason. T.Y. Hilton the biggest. I think T.Y. Hilton is going to make that catch in the second round or make a few big catches. That's going to be the difference in a game if we're playing a San Fran or a Philly in their own house. Man, guys, it's gonna be good. And if Jonathan Hankins can come back for playoff time and can come back in round 1 if we are the 5 seed, even better. Because Hankins was really handling business. We have been stopping the run very well the last 3 games. So, and if Jason Peters can get comfortable at right tackle and get a full game under his belt against Jacksonville and start to feel comfortable there, and by playoff time really feel comfortable there, we will be in great position. Our offensive line will be better than it was earlier because I think the left side will be stronger than it was with Tyler Smith at left tackle and McGovern at left guard. With Tyron Smith at left tackle and Tyler Smith at left guard, left side will be stronger. And the right side will be just as strong as it was if Peters can be comfortable at the right tackle position. And Tyler Beadash, keep up the good work, kid. You're playing good center in your 3rd year. to where we just might keep you there. And you might get a second contract after next season. But that's it for this episode, guys. Touching on what we expect for this weekend. We expect not to play around. Go out there, beat Jacksonville, stomp them down, show the NFL that we are as serious as can be, and send the Eagles a message. And hopefully Justin Fields and company can pull off an upset. If we beat Jacksonville and Philly gets upset by Chicago, you know how big that Christmas Eve game is going to be? That's going to be for all the marbles, baby. That's going to be for everything. It's going to be for the number 1 seed. Because Minnesota done lost. They got 3 losses. We had the tiebreaker over them. So if noon Sunday by 3:30, the Cowboys win and Philly loses, because Washington beat Philly and the Colts were that damn close. Chicago can do it. They can make it happen if Justin Fields can run crazy on their ass. Chicago's got a good run game. And the Eagles have trouble stopping the run, have had trouble stopping the run this season. And with a running quarterback like Fields, they have Chase Claypool at wide receiver now to help them too. You never know. If they could just, man, that would be one great Sunday. And that would make Christmas Eve's game like Ollie Frazier, Ollie Foreman. It would be like that, man. So that's the end of this episode, guys. Y'all, please subscribe, like, and share. This season, we are not a one-and-done team. Last year was our kind of like prelim year. This season, we are more aggressive, we are more stout, and we are more poised and confident than last year. And it's not just about the number 1 scoring offense, No, we have a tough defense, and we are nasty with attitude. And that's what we wanted to change in the offseason, and we did that. Please subscribe to my channel, guys. Like and share. Keep God first and foremost. He comes before everything, even this. Seek Him and His righteousness, everybody. Do that, and everything else will come to you. I'm a living testimony of that. I like to put that in the end of my videos. Because I am a man of God. Even though sometimes when I'm watching a Cowboy game, I can say some bad things. It just is what it is. I live and die with every game. But I'll catch y'all Sunday after the game. We'll, talk about what happened in the Cowboy game and the Philly game. Because they both have huge implications on playoff seeding in the NFC. So that's it for this episode, guys. I just wanted to touch on us bringing in 3 guys this week, and we haven't done that. And I don't think, man, since I've been a Cowboy fan this late in the season. That means that we are wanting to push this envelope and make a big run, and we got the team to do it, guys. I'll catch y'all on Sunday. Charles in Charge is out.